Hi fans, this is Adrian Strait and you're listening to POD Podcast.
Well, here's your headline.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the Iceman JoJo.
Hello everybody out there in the wrestling world.
And via Skype, not live today, brother. The third wheel, Rick Serrano III.
Hey people!
And of course our intern, Miguel Cole. It was very nice seeing him on live finally.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it was a great time to see you guys. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Just next time, Miguel, don't be so shy in front of the camera.
Yeah, definitely next time.
Okay.
There won't be a next time, Miguel, if I have anything to do with it. Mr. Reed, come on. Okay, all right, Miguel.
All right, so now we got a lot to talk about. We got the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. We also got Raw Notes. Lots happening. But first, let's go to the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right, and like usual, let's start off with some birthdays. The Pope, not His Holiness, the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, turns 38 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, Elijah Burke, a.k.a.
Yeah, I remember him.
He's now a TNA commentator. So
Really?
yeah, he's been doing it for a couple of months now.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he's been doing
That
it for a
goes
while.
to show how much I pay attention to TNA.
Man, oh man. Speaking of TNA, Alex Shelley. Oh, he's currently with New Japan Wrestling. You might know him as the Paparazzi production guy. Remember him?
No.
The Machine Guns.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he turns 33. He's still wrestling in New Japan now. So
Really?
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Speaking of TNA, Tracy Brooks turns 41 years old.
Oh, wow.
Former Miss Brooks married to Kazarian. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wow.
Speaking of TNA,
Again?
Eric Bischoff turned 61 years old.
Wait a minute. What, Eric Bischoff has something to do with TNA?
Yeah, he was in TNA for a little while. He
Really?
ruined that company too.
but
Wow.
not that long now.
No? I
No,
never...
he was- yeah,
Again, it goes to show how much I pay
It
attention
just
to
kind of
TNA.
breezed by, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, him and Hogan went there and they ruined it. They changed the 6-sided ring to 4 sides. He tried to get his son to wrestle. Yeah. Basically,
wow.
he ruined that company too.
Jeez. Wow. All right, go ahead.
Natalia turns 34 years old. Happy birthday. Pink and black, heart attack. Yeah.
Her birthday's today.
Yeah.
And Eric Bischoff's.
Oh, wow.
And we can't forget the yes movement leader, Daniel Bryan turns 35 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
And he looks like he's 65.
That's cold, man. That is cold.
In his gardening. You know, he does now look like a garden gnome.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Wow.
Well, that's all we have for the birthdays.
Okay.
Back now, going into news. Sad news for George the Animal Steel. He's dealing with some serious health issues. There's not any specifics, so we don't really know what it is, but we just know that it's serious enough that people are sending out their prayers. So we here at Wrestling POV send out our prayers to George and his family.
Yep. Absolutely.
Kane, the Big Red Machine, could be leaving the WWE for a career in politics, depending on the outcome of the 2016 presidential election.
Really?
So, from Kane, the Big Red Machine, to Glenn Jacobs, the Big Red Republican.
I just can't picture that. I heard that rumor too.
Now, he owns an insurance company, doesn't he?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he does.
Yeah.
And, so
Yeah, he's going straight
running
into
for mayor
politics.
in Knox County, Tennessee.
Okay.
So,
I can just imagine what his public speaking is going to be like.
Boom. Flames
Here
coming out.
comes the next mayor of...
Flames coming out of the podium and stuff. Oh, my God. Go ahead.
good old JR Jim Ross underwent surgery for skin cancer this week. The result is the cancer's all gone, and he seems to be in the clear.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. only 10 stitches he has to succumb. So that's the best thing right there.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you got.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Adam Rose has asked for and was granted his release from the WWE, according to their website. We know Rose was suspended recently and was arrested for a domestic dispute. Now, do you guys really think that he asked for his release?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
I
He was
don't.
getting it one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it was too much. I mean, he didn't ask for it. Come on, let's be real now.
Well, speaking of asking and having it granted, Cody Rhodes did just that. I went over this on Third is the Word on our Facebook page, Wrestling PPV Podcast. But he asked because the writers were ignoring his request on becoming Cody Rhodes again.
Yep.
After he was released, I watched Extreme Rules and saw his wife Eden was there and said, "Oh, at least she still has a job." Well, 2 days later, she asked for her release and was granted.
Now, what did you find out? What is she doing though? Because she tweeted something that she had an opportunity, and being released is going to help her fulfill that opportunity. It has something. It's something to do with New York. That's all I read. Like I read it real quick, and my iPad was screwing up, and I couldn't get back to that page to find out what she was exactly doing.
I have no idea. I'll look into that.
Right.
I would guess modeling or some news reporting, something like that.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it's somewhere in New York. That's all I know. You know.
And with Cody Rhodes though, how crazy was that, man? It's like he was blatantly being ignored. He said that he spoke to 2 head writers and they pretended to be on their laptops. They didn't give him an answer. He said one of them was off doing his own thing, and the other one was chasing around NXT divas, women's wrestlers.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read the whole tweet
WWE
by him.
is
Really?
PO'd on him right now, like, for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
WWE is,
Wow.
This just in, apparently Cody Rhodes, the WWE is going to try to hold him to his contract.
Really?
Yeah, so they're still, I got to look into it in the weeks to come, see if they're going to grant him the release. They said they granted him the release, but I just read something that says the other line. It says something different, that he was not going to be granted it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're not going to try to force him to work or anything, are they?
No, they're going to just hold him to his contract. They'll probably keep him on the shelf and say, all right, you screw with us, we're going to get you back.
Wow.
Jesus, man. Leave the guy
It's
alone.
too bad, too. I mean,
I like him. But you know what? Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you like him as Cody Rhodes or as Stardust? Well, you saw in Rick's video, he had multiple, But I'm just saying, as Cody Rhodes himself, no mustache or mask or Stardust.
Well, I think the Stardust thing was getting played out.
Really?
I really liked it when they first started doing it. It was kind of funny, but, it was getting played out. But I do like him more as Cody Rhodes.
What about you,
Not
Rick?
the mustache Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
I think Cody Rhodes, I think as all the Rhodes family members could pull off anything. And they showed it in their careers. And I think Stardust, they messed them up. I think Stardust in the beginning, like we said, was really, really good. But then they started making it too gimmicky. Started making it about the cosmic key and all this stuff. And I think that's what ruined it for him. And
started selling like the Ultimate Warrior promos. Ultimate Warrior is my favorite wrestler of all time.
If you would start snorting and stuff like that.
It just didn't make sense. Without the cosmic key, we're going to open it.
To me, honestly, I just think I like Stardust's character better than Cody Rhodes. You're right. They did no justice to it. They could have did a lot more with it in the right way. I mean, he looked creepy.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me, the way his attitude was like a Joker-ish type dude.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? So they could have done something, but it's unfortunate. So what else you got?
Apollo Crews cried when he got the call up to the main roster. Probably realized he's going to be on Superstars every week.
Oh, man. Jesus. Well, he apparently thought it was April Fool's.
Yeah, because it was on April Fool's Day. He got called up.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
he
the
got
day he
called
got
up,
called up, it was on April Fool's, so they thought he was they were messing with him.
They were playing a joke.
They thought they were playing a joke. Yeah.
Oh, man, poor Apollo Crews. But now things are looking up when we go over our Raw notes.
Well, you ain't going to like what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And my last bit of news here, I think the biggest news we've had in a long time. The WWE stated SmackDown will be moving to Tuesday nights for the foreseeable future and will be live every week beginning July 19th. Both Raw and SmackDown will have their own unique rosters following a superstar draft. Guys, what do you think?
Man, that's going to be something else. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just hope with this whole live thing that they keep SmackDown a priority and its own identity, and not a recap of what's going on Raw, because that's basically what it is now.
You're right.
Yeah. If they do that and they keep their own thing and have their own show, that it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree. They got to keep SmackDown its own entity. But apparently they are going to keep it that way.
That's good.
That's good. Like either John Cena is going to be on SmackDown or Raw, and now actually that's part of a rumor anyway. So hey, I'll tell you about it. So we're going to go straight to rumors. Now, despite before I go into that, leading on to that, they're saying because of that brand split that they're definitely thinking about adding another championship. So now, what do you guys think about that? Having two champions, heavyweight champions?
I don't know.
And if they do, are they going to bring back the WCW style wrestling belt?
Yeah, I heard that
or
too.
Make their own?
I heard that too, but I think the one champion, because like I said before, I think a couple weeks ago, where if you have the U.S. and the Intercontinental, it gives that more reason, it gives it more identity in those SmackDown and Raw.
Right.
So, it gives us something for those people to work toward to get that title shot to the world champion.
Right.
I think one champion
is good enough.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, but at the same time, then that means Roman, because we got to talk because he's the current champion. Mm-hmm. He has to go between Raw and SmackDown then.
And the tag team titles.
And the tag team titles, yeah. Same thing with the IC.
No more Roman. Keep Roman on Raw. Give me a new champion on SmackDown. Give it a whole new belt. No more WCW. WCW is dead.
Yeah.
Let's get over that. Let's get a whole new belt. Put it on a SmackDown. Put the IC title on Raw. Put the US title on SmackDown. Have the tag team champs jump back and forth.
Well, think about it too. NXT is its own entity. It's got its own champion. It's got an NXT champion. This could be the SmackDown champion.
You know what? I was just thought about what are they if they do a two belt thing
with the pay-per-views.
Yeah, but what are they going to name the champion on SmackDown?
SmackDown champ? I don't know.
But that's going to seem weird. I mean,
that is going to. We'll see. That's going to be the next few weeks is going to be really interesting, and especially like I was just saying, the pay-per-views. They got to have it all one. They're going to have a separate pay-per-view for SmackDown.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting few weeks.
They did it 10 years ago. I'm sure they'll find a way to be able to pull it off again.
That is true. Now, did you like that brand split 10 years ago?
Absolutely. Yeah. I loved it. Every draft.
And they had two champions.
Yeah, it was exciting when they were doing that. But like I said, when it got to the point where they just kept recapping Raw, I just like, come on.
Yeah. It's like, they want to boost up SmackDown so bad, but then yet you keep, running replays of Raw.
That's one of the reasons why they're doing it,
Yeah.
It's for the ratings, because SmackDown is basically...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so now, despite losing to world champ Roman Reigns, Rick's favorite wrestler, at Extreme Rules, the WWE does have big plans for AJ Styles. No word yet on exactly what. They have planned now that, with AJ being that Reigns is going to be feuding with Seth Rollins, and who knows how long that feud is going to be. So, we'll see.
I heard months, but...
Yeah, well, it could lead up into SummerSlam, so
that's what
we'll see. Now, I don't even know how I feel about this. The WWE is still considering bringing back Ric Flair. In some sort of role. Nothing's confirmed yet, though. So now I'm not even going to go on with it, especially what happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Now, this one was really, this is a good rumor. I really like this one, and I'm going to keep following up on it. But have you seen the cryptic tweet that WWE put up?
Hello.
You saw it. You didn't see it?
No.
Well, I shall describe it to you, sir.
Okay.
It's a very weird, dark, eerie picture of a door, padlocked. Okay? Right above it, it says, keep out. And the hashtag on it said, the tweet read, locked away. Okay?
I missed that.
Really?
I totally
It's
missed
weird.
that.
It's really weird.
This was on Raw?
No, this is what they posted on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know, the rumors are going crazy about it, and some say it could be Finn Balor or it could be the return of Bray Wyatt. Of course, when WWE was asked, they had no comment.
Of course.
So yeah. So I mean, what do you guys think? I mean,
That's... Yeah.
now think about it too. I would say the past year or so, it's like almost every pay-per-view, whether it's a major pay-per-view or, just a regular pay-per-view, it's this whole thing, and I can't wait for this to happen, but with Finn Balor. Almost every pay-per-view, like, no, he's going to come up on this one. Nope, he's going to come up on this one. Nope, he's going to come up on this one. Nope, he's going to show up in WrestleMania. It's like, when is this guy finally going to come to the main roster? It's starting to be. I mean, we should have like a bet or something like that on when we think he's going to come in. It's like, and plus he teases the hell out of it every single time. By posting like the one tweet he posted was something about him and one of
Monday or something.
Yeah, see you on Monday, and the tweet and the picture of him with the extreme background, posters. Like, come on, dude, how much longer are you gonna tease this?
Coming up at the draft, he'll be drafted.
Yeah.
Ooh, didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think what Rick said is going to be like a big surprise. Oh, Finn Balor's going to SmackDown,
Yeah.
I think that's, because when that draft thing was going on before, that was exciting.
It was. I liked it.
You're like, what? Oh, Edge is coming to SmackDown. Whoa,
Yeah. And you know what? And I get why they do it, and it's just to bring exclusively, that particular wrestler that everybody likes. If they bring him on SmackDown, it's going to force people to watch SmackDown, which is a smart move.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
We'll,
me too.
we'll see what happens. Now, what about Bray Wyatt, though? Do you guys think this could be a Bray Wyatt thing?
Absolutely, I think it's Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I mean, from his past, he usually. So now the structure they had, it looked like a little like a thing in the middle of the woods, kind of thing, a shack. And he's been in the shack before. I mean, his
That's
past
true.
videos were in a shack, whatever. Locked away. Also, was the hashtag was what was it? The hashtag
Locked away.
Hatch. It was Hatch. It was Hatch or something like that.
Was it?
It was locked away. Hashtag Hatch. So
Yes.
So I don't understand what the hatch is all about.
I don't know.
But people started saying maybe it's the gobbledygooker.
If that's it, I will no longer watch wrestling. You guys can have this show. Run it on your own. I will. If it's the gobbledygooker of all people, hell no. No.
Yeah, it's either Wyatt or maybe they're trying to promote a new wrestler coming in or something, surprising everybody.
Like who?
I don't know. It's weird.
It's just that's a weird thing. We're gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Now, my rumor update. This is going on way too long, and I'm sorry to say this is gonna keep going on, and I'm gonna keep reporting it,
right,
and you guys are gonna get sick of it. And you're gonna get mad at me, but it's the relationship of Paige and Alberto Del Rio. Now, rumor has it. Yeah, exactly. Now, rumor has it that Paige got a tattoo done for Alberto. Not sure what it is or what it could be yet, but I will find out. And once I do, I will post a WPOV rumor update, and I will post it on the Facebook page.
I got a question for you, Tony. Do you know where the tattoo is?
It didn't say. It didn't say. I just saw the rumor, and it said that Paige got a tattoo done. And Alberto Del Rio had something to do with it.
Boy.
So
Sounds serious to
as soon
me.
as I find out, I'll definitely post it on. I'll do a video, and I got to get the picture. I got to see what it is. Now I'm interested. So I mean, are you guys sick of the relationship yet already, or no?
If that's true, I mean, tattoos are forever. So, oh boy.
Yes. Oh man,
We'll see.
it's boy. All right, let's go straight to injuries with the Iceman JoJo.
Well, I mean, there's nothing new to report on the injuries, but we're just glad to see Enzo back. And I'm sure you'll report that on Raw. But yeah, so we're just glad to see
Now you got a new segment coming up next week.
Yes, I do. And it's
Your
gonna
very first segment.
be, yeah,
He's got his own now. He's part of the show.
It's gonna be great. It's going to be called Brain Freeze Factoid.
Nice.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to present you guys with some wrestling facts or some trivia.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if you guys can come up with the answers.
Nice.
And anybody out there in Facebook land, or you know what, I'm sorry, not Facebook land, but in the wrestling world out there, think they might know the answer, you can go on our Facebook page and post it.
Nice.
I am going to tease this next week with some videos.
Okay.
And I'll make we'll have doing this once a week, and I think it should be pretty good.
Nice.
So-
I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
All right. So now, if anybody else, like you said, in Facebook now, hey, check us out. We are on Facebook at Wrestling POV Podcast. We're on Twitter at Wrestling POV. We're also on Instagram at Wrestling POV1. And if you want to check out our show, you guys can listen to it for free on iTunes and on YouTube. We're going to go on a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go over Extreme Rules. We'll be right back.
Cavalry Contracting is locally owned family business that takes pride in working on a higher standard, specializing in kitchen and bathroom remodeling. Check us out before you plan your next home or office project. For more information about our services, log on to calvaryservice.com. You can also like us on Facebook at Calvary Contracting. Give us a call at 518-669-6583. That's 518-669-6583. How can we serve you?
All right, and we're back. Straight up to Extreme Rules. What you guys think about the pay-per-view?
Oh man, I thought it was one of the best I've seen in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you, Rick?
I thought it was pretty good. I have a lot of decent notes here. I thought it was a pretty good show.
All right. Then
before we
take it from the pre-show.
All right, from the pre-show, let me just say, during the pre-show, Miz gave a 5-star promo. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't.
No, I did.
Oh
I didn't turn it
God.
on until I saw the Baron Corbin.
You know why? And this is unrelated. Well, it's kind of related. But you know why I didn't watch it? Because I was watching WWE Camp.
Speaking of that,
WWE.
they just seem like they're promoting the hell out of that show.
Did you watch it yet?
I watched one episode and all I saw
Rick,
was Ric
did you
Flair.
watch it?
I watched it.
Let me tell you something. Hilarious.
It is.
Hilarious.
But what's the
to
little
listen
Ric
to
Flair,
Paige
though?
curse? That was hysterical.
Which one did you see?
The very first one.
Yeah, that was the one where Ric Flair is like, humping everything. Rocks, bears, trees.
Steve Austin on there. Hysterical. That is gold, man.
I gotta watch more of it.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time.
That's funny as hell. All right, go ahead, Rick.
Sorry.
So, guys working for WWE now, promoting WWE Camp. But yeah, no, The Miz gave such a great promo. He had background music and everything. He was doing a scene
I couldn't watch
from a movie. It was so good, man. I know you hate The Miz,
I
but
do.
if you would have watched this promo, you would have been like, all right, that's pretty good.
No.
It's on the network, right?
Yeah.
I'll go check it.
Yeah. What, Mrs. Promo?
Yeah, I'll check it. If it's
boy.
not good, Rick, I'll have to check it.
It's good. It's good. But I missed the very beginning of the pre-show apparently, where Big Cass came out and beat up the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
You didn't see it either?
No, I didn't turn it on until I saw the
Yeah,
Baron Corbin
I was like I said, I was watching Camp WWE, and then I you know what, and that's my mistake, because normally they do something like that during the pre-show, or at 7:00 and whenever it starts, they'll normally do something like that, So it was my fault. I just didn't feel like hearing Renee Young and the King, and I didn't feel like hearing them talk. So I was like, you know what, let me check out this Camp WWE. So yeah, and then I heard about that, and I was like, What happened? I totally missed it.
I started at 7:30 on the dot, so I guess they started the pre-show at 7:00 this week.
Yeah.
And but to have Big Cass, come on, man, decimate the Dudleys and beat them down single-handedly.
Single-handedly.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I
Too
mean,
soon.
yeah. You think it's too soon?
Absolutely, I'm not liking what they're doing with Big Cass right now. It's getting a little crazy now.
All right,
Of
so
course I like that.
yeah. All right, so the pre-show match, it was Baron Corbin versus your man Dolph Ziggler. What do you guys think of that match?
Man.
Baron Corbin looks awesome. I'm starting to jump on his bandwagon.
Telling you, man, he's a beast. He does need work.
Yeah.
He does need work.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take that away.
We'll talk about that in the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. But I just hope this is the end of it. I mean, he ended up winning Baron Corbin, but I just hope this is the end of it.
Yeah.
Where was the no DQ aspect of this match?
They mentioned that on, I think Raw. They mentioned that.
No, I know it was a no DQ match, but where was it? The only no DQ part of it was the low blow.
The low blow, yeah.
I was gonna touch on that too.
Yeah.
I said it's a DQ match, but no weapons were used.
Nothing was used for them to be like, oh, in a normal match that would be a DQ.
Not a chair, nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
As good as this pay-per-view was, I would call this the least Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
Yeah, that I agree with you with. Yeah, I mean, the only, like I said, it was the low blow. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, man, really? Shoot. All right, so now on to the main show. It was the Club, Anderson and Gallows versus the Usos. Let me tell you something. This was an awesome match. I really dug this match. This was a really good match, man. It was nonstop action. I mean, the winners were Anderson and Gallows, but I mean, what else can you say about this match? Other than, you know, the only complaint I have is the fact that, you know, they should have teased this match up until this pay-per-view. You know, because they did fight how many times before this pay-per-view? Three or four, and it was kind of like, you know, but they did justice, though, is what I'm saying. You know, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did because of it was just nonstop action.
But for me, the thing I was looking at, now this was a Texas Tornado match.
Yes.
Not a handicap match. It was like three guys were in the ring at all times.
Yeah.
There's always one guy falling out, and then only a 2-on-1.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, in the wrestler's point of view, this doing stuff like that is a lot of wrestlers don't like doing matches like these. It's really difficult. It really is. And if one guy can step off for a little bit, it makes things a little bit easier. So doing a triple threat match especially is very difficult. I could imagine doing this Texas Tornado with all four. It's extremely difficult. I mean, everybody, you know, it can be done. It's just a lot of wrestlers choose not to do that type of match. You know?
But so. I think it could have been a little bit smoother than the way they were doing it, because it was like blatant. Like as soon as the fourth guy comes back in, then the guy gets kicked and he rolls right out. And he's like, okay. But did you hear how the Usos were getting booed out the building?
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
I got that in my notes. Well, they're hanging with Roman Reigns, that's why.
Yeah. Keep hanging with Roman, you're going to get booed.
Yeah. I thought it was a good match, too. You know, and it was a short match, but it was nonstop action.
It was. And I'll tell you, it was if one thing happened, then another thing happened, and another thing happened. It was like, wow, okay. You were paying attention to this match. You know, so it was. I gave it 2 thumbs up for this one, but
and like you said, Tony, they had the right winners too. So you know,
absolutely. Sure. If the Usos let me now that you mention it, if the Usos would have won, how would you have felt about this match?
Disgusted.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm along with you. I would have been total. Shoot, I would have tossed my TV out the window, and I got a big one. But you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, no, I agree. But yeah, you're right. They had the right team won. So, now the U.S. title, Rusev versus Kalisto. What do you guys think about that? Exactly. I mean, God, poor Kalisto, man.
They even had some "Let's Go Rusev."
Really?
You didn't hear
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Rusev was getting some chants in there.
Oh my God! Yeah. Now, come on, now they made Rusev look like a beast.
Oh, he was. I mean,
because he is a beast.
Once again, he almost broke him in half.
Oh my God!
What was with the referee? I was so angry at that referee. It's the middle of a match, and you're trying to stand back, Rusev. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was hurt.
Yeah.
I thought he was hurt that day.
Yeah, it looked legitimate. It really did. So, I mean, but my thing is, it's Kalisto. Yeah. And it's nothing against Kalisto, but come on, man. You're really going to fake it? No, I don't want to say fake. You really want to do an injury angle on a 5'2" wrestler to a brute like freaking Rusev?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, in reality, Rusev can beat him down. So leave it at that. Don't make it to seem like it was a legitimate injury.
That's what I thought, because
you know
he kept going back and forth.
But it's like they're using that as an excuse.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Rusev beat him, because he was hurt. No, Rusev could beat him with one arm.
I know.
Beat him down.
He beat him down. That's how I put it in here too. Damn near broke his back. You know, but then again, it sets up for the rematch. So it's like, come on, man. We'll see. But I mean,
what do you think about him having the belt now?
I don't know. And I find it kind of ironic because John Cena's coming back.
I hope they don't do that to Tony. I pray that they do not do that to Rusev again.
Yeah, we have already seen that happen.
Exactly,
once,
but
you know,
things could change, and I believe it was John Cena beat Rusev for his very first loss.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him destroy Rusev's momentum again. Rusev is finally getting back on track.
That is true.
You know what I like to see, but I know it's not going to happen because it's heel against heel. Is Baron Corbin going after Rusev?
That would be a good match.
That would be.
But it's not going to happen because
No, they got other plans. All right, so now we got New Day versus Vaught Villains. Quick match.
Thank God.
It was a quick match. Too damn quick for a title match. I mean, what'd you guys think? Rick, you're shaking your head.
I wrote down 2 words. Match sucked.
What are they up to now, Rick, on days? 200 and something now for the tag team titles.
Yo, my God.
What's the number count?
273.
Damn.
Well, it's almost a year.
But you know what? In my notes, too, I wrote, not really interested in it.
Yeah.
I was not invested in this match at all.
Yeah.
If they're going to be faces, why is Kofi doing heelish things to make them win?
I kind of noticed. I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, if they're supposed to be faces, hey, start acting like faces. Don't be doing some heel stuff. So I mean, yeah, I just wasn't interested. I really wasn't.
They kicked out the Whirling Dervish, the finisher from the Vaught Villains. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's, their title reign's got to come to an end. And I think when it does, I'm going to be happy. I don't even care who beats them, to be honest.
I think they're setting up an angle with the club there.
The club? Oh, yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would be good. That would be a good match, too.
Joe, you should be a writer, Joe. You're coming up with some good
You never
All right.
know.
Yeah. No, right? Go apply. Send your resume. All right. So now, to me, the match of the night.
Oh, yeah.
The IC, The Miz, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn.
Definitely.
Now, before we go into the match, because I did say this was the match of the night. Okay? Match of the night. Mm-hmm. Now, you guys can agree with me or not, but are you guys getting sick and tired of the commentary?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a little off, but it just dawned on me while I was watching this match. I am so sick of this commentary team. They suck. My opinion only, but they suck. I don't like Byron Saxon. Why do they have him on Raw and SmackDown when Ronaldo, I said it right, Ronaldo is taking over? Why do you need Byron there?
Yeah.
Well, one of the rumors I've been hearing is that the SmackDown and the Raw commentators are going to be calling their SmackDown Raw matches on the pay-per-view, so we'll be saved from that.
Ooh, that's good.
So that means Ronaldo will be calling a full pay-per-view.
They used to do that, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be calling, they'll have the SmackDown table and the Raw table, and they'll switch back and forth,
Right.
which will be great. And you'll have less of Byron Saxton, because Byron will probably just call the SmackDown matches with... Actually, no, Byron might be out. They might have,
Who are they going to put in there?
they'll probably have King and Ronaldo.
Well, I was going to say King and Ronaldo, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this commentary team is horrible.
It's just, they're horrible.
But I don't hate Byron as much as everybody
do.
else. I hate Michael Cole and JBL way more than I hate Byron.
If I had to pick an order, for me, it would go Byron, JBL, and Cole. That's my order. Like, if I had to choose which one is the least to go, it would be Byron first, JBL, and then Cole. Let Ronaldo call both SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah. I'm really jumping. I like him.
He hypes it up.
He does.
And there is a big difference. People don't even understand. There is a big difference. And I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of JBL. You know, he's a strong second. Between him and Byron, they're up there on the top. But I am. I'm just tired of it. So now, how many times are we gonna hear that? That Kevin, and this is the reason why I was saying this, because how many times during that match did they say about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were former friends or they grew up? I must have heard it like 30 times during that match. I was like, look, just shut up.
Yeah,
And it's not going to stop.
And it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop, man. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
They were best friends. All
I've never
right.
done that.
You know, but the thing of it is, it was an awesome match, man. It was the best match of the night.
I'll
so
take
far.
you one step further. I think it's one of the candidates for maybe match of the year.
Really? He's going that
Oh,
far.
yeah, that was great.
Rick.
The one thing I wouldn't... All right, I always have to throw a little negative into the positives. The one thing I didn't like about this match, Miz tapping out to Cesaro.
Okay.
And,
before that,
I get why they did it, but you don't need... Let's stop having this, he got screwed elements in these matches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's just have the match straight out. I mean, off the bat, a hell of a kick. That was amazing. And I
Yeah.
hate Sami Zayn. That was amazing. You know? The T-bone suplex off the top rope from
Yeah.
the German suplex. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was.
And, like,
You
all
know,
these moves full- Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying it's funny because you said that because in my notes I had, match of the night, bar none so far, but ruined when The Miz pinned Cesaro.
I mean, Cesaro's my boy, too, and I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And then especially what happened on Raw and SmackDown, which we will talk about later, and Miguel Cole will cover SmackDown for us, but aggravating.
You know what I liked about it, too? There were so many close pinfalls.
There was.
And that's when it made it like, oh,
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about it, too. So
Yeah.
Did you guys see that move Sami Zayn pulled off on Cesaro? Like the Sunset
Yes.
Destroyer?
Yes.
What the hell was that?
It was insane,
I was
man.
like, what is this? What did
Yeah.
I just see?
Yeah.
How is
Man.
that possible? How
And they showed
I
the
can't even talk.
replay.
How is that possible?
it was a pretty good one.
That
I got to give
was.
credit there.
Oh man, I'm telling you. I mean, JoJo's going with match of the year. I'm going with match of the night. It was the best match of the night. We still got 6 months, 7 months to go before the
Yeah.
year's up. So who knows? And then we'll look back, and if you're right, it could
That's
happen.
right.
It
Slam
could
it.
happen. Yeah.
I thought it was the best night match on the card, but now they're going to continue Sami Zayn and KO with this
Yes.
nonsense with
Yep.
KO screwing Zayn from the title.
Yeah.
We're going to have more of that.
Yep, we are going to have more of that. So, but like I said, the winner ended up being The Miz, pinning Cesaro.
Awesome!
Oh, jeez. All right, so the next is the Asylum match. Oh, man, it was long and boring.
27 minutes.
It went that long?
Right
Yep.
here. 27
Oh, my God. Now, I'm going to tell you, it was long and it was boring. But it did pick up the minute they picked up the tax.
That was pretty because you knew who was going to get the
Oh,
tax.
yeah. But you know it's funny because, not to, ruin anything, but Jericho did say, he goes, yeah, I wanted to land on the tax. So he volunteered. And on top of that, he said, he made a comment stating that he was surprised that Vince okayed them to use the tax during the match.
Yeah.
So,
It's
obviously.
Extreme Rules!
I know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like extreme rules, but there's no blood.
Yeah.
Very little.
Very little on his
It's
elbows.
like Vince is totally against all this now,
Yeah, but I mean, it was weird for me hearing from Jericho saying that he had to ask permission to use the tax, and Vince said, "Yeah, that's good." So,
Did you notice the jeans he was wearing?
yeah,
Who Jericho?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. What did he have on?
He had jeans. He wasn't even wearing his short shorts.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
he,
Yeah.
did- he went back to the short shirts though,
Short shorts.
but he was
You know-
still. It was a different look.
JR tweeted, respect to Y2J and Ambrose for working professionally through ill-fated match at Extreme Rules.
Really?
Because that's what it was, man.
Yeah.
The weapon, you know what it was? It was like a video game. I felt like I was watching somebody play the video game because they used the weapon 3 times and
Yeah.
then it disappeared.
Yeah.
They get a new weapon, it hit them 3 times, it disappears.
Well, they had to make use of all those weapons.
Yeah,
That's why.
but they didn't even use the plant.
No, they
He
did.
did.
They know.
Oh, that was the only one they didn't use.
No,
Probably.
they didn't
They
use the
used the
plant.
mop to the ear, though.
They used the mop to the ear. Yeah, they used that, which is crazy.
Derek
but,
Saturn would have been happy.
Yeah, I know, right? He would have too. So now obviously Jericho ended up landing on the tax, which was it made me cringe. But I do gotta like I said, I gotta tip my hat to Jericho for even taking that bump. That was a hard bump. So Dina ended up winning that match. Not the greatest match, like I said. It was nothing special to me, I guess. So now on to the women's title, Charlotte versus Natty. To me, this seems like the crowd was just not into it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was trying so hard to get, because I do like Charlotte. I like what she's doing. It just did not seem like the crowd wasn't into it. And, we got the interference by Dana Brooke, but I don't get why she had to dress up like Ric Flair, though. What was all that about?
I mean, that was just obvious.
I mean, you knew. I mean, come on, really? Ric Flair's really going to come out on his robe?
Yeah.
You know what? After talking about it with you guys, this pay-per-view sucked. this was not a good pay-per-view, guys. I'm sorry for even saying this. They had two good matches in this whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was the Intercontinental and the last match.
Yeah.
The rest of this pay-per-view sucked. This wasn't good.
I mean, the Ambrose one wasn't bad. It just was lost.
Oh, man.
I think if they started the match with the tax, then I probably would have been.
That would have been. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right off the bat.
But so I mean, obviously Charlotte ended up retaining the title because Dana Brooke interfered, and there was more that happened on Raw that we'll talk about in a second. Mm-hmm. Just really weird. I mean,
that was predictable. I think everybody knew that Charlotte was going to win that.
Yeah. What'd you say, Rick?
But why can't Charlotte win clean? This is what I don't get.
Well,
why did...
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree. She should have won clean just to make herself, even more of a badass. Yeah. And then it gives her an excuse, too, to berate everybody, and just make fun. Look, I beat you clean. Shut up. I didn't need my dad. Da-da-da. But... we will talk about that on Raw. So now the final match for the heavyweight title, Roman versus AJ. What do you guys think about that?
You can't wrestle.
That it's
I just laugh at
that's so wrong though, man. Because I mean, really think about it though. Think about it. If that was the case, Roman wouldn't be where he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just get a kick out of it.
I mean, it was kind of funny, but I was kind of like, damn, boy, they're really hammering on to him.
Yeah, they're not. I don't see no people. These people letting up on Roman.
No, they're not. Not for a while. Not for a while.
Like you said, that wouldn't be the case. But could Hulk Hogan wrestle?
Nope. No.
Could John Cena wrestle?
No.
Nope.
So this can last forever, man.
That's true. That is true. But overall, it was all right. Whoa! But now we're gonna go. I guess we're gonna go straight into Rick's wrestling joke of the week. Take it away.
Wow. Welcome back to Rick Serrano's wrestling joke of the week. Why is Dolph Ziggler not allowed near gas stations?
Why?
Because he always carries matches.
Jesus.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Wow.
He's the one that's going to be pushing these guys over.
That's true. Oh my God. Bottom line is, don't have Ziggler near a freaking gas station.
Now, if you're listening out there, have a wrestling joke and would like to send it into our show, send it to our Facebook page at Wrestling POV Podcast, on Twitter at Wrestling POV, and Instagram at Wrestling POV1 using the hashtag WPOV jokes.
Nice.
Guys, let's get into Raw now.
Let's get into Raw. Definitely Raw. Where's my stuff?
All right. The one thing we didn't say about Extreme Rules was the very ending where Seth Rollins returned.
Well, I was trying to segue into this, but that's okay. So at the end of Extreme Rules, it was a good match, like I said, but Seth Rollins ended up interfering, and not interfering. My bad. He came out. Everybody popped.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a huge pop.
That was a huge.
It was a huge surprise too.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen like on a Raw or segment or something when you see him, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had to do it to where he's got to be related in the storyline too, and
absolutely.
I knew it was going to happen then. So, so in the beginning of Raw, obviously, he fooled everybody.
Oh,
Yo, when he came out, let me just say this. When he came out, the first thing I wrote down, I looked at my wife. My wife was sitting down next to me, and I said, yo, I hope he acts good, and then he just craps on everybody.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yes. So I was just like, yes, I will take back the title I never lost.
Yeah, that's right. But it's funny, though, because he was talking like he was a babyface.
Oh, yeah.
For
a while there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he starts to brash the crowd.
He was like, the crowd was like chanting, "Welcome back."
Yeah.
And they go, "Thank you, Rollins."
Yeah. And he looked like he was playing along with it, too. And then he just freaking crapped on them. It was hysterical. But then, of course, Roman's music hit, and he still gets booed. Jesus, man.
It doesn't matter what.
Say anything.
Doesn't matter what angle you're going to throw at Roman.
It doesn't. And you know what? That's what they're trying to do. Yeah. With Rollins, they know Rollins can piss off a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And they figure, you knew Rollins was going to be thrown into the title mix somehow. But, with Roman, it's like he can't win. That poor guy. He just can't. But he came out. He looked all pissed off, too. Rollins just left the ring, and Shane's music hit and announces that at Money in the Bank, it will be Rollins versus Reigns for the championship. Now, is this fair and so quick? Seriously.
I like it. I definitely like it, especially that he never lost the title. Mm-hmm. The one thing I'm not liking is Shane. I'm starting to get over it, guys.
Really?
I know it's only been a couple of months. I'm starting to get over the whole money, the whole money song. Every time he comes out, dude, you don't have to kick your legs every time you come out. Let Stephanie do that. Stephanie should have came out and did it instead of him.
Yeah, but then later on in that one segment, you saw how she reacted to him. He was trying to give her a hug, and she was like,
"Things have changed."
Things have changed. So, I don't know. To me, I just think it's too quick, to be honest. Because the way it looked like to me is that AJ was done and that was it. You know what I'm saying? They pushed him off to the side. Rollins here, kick back. Yeah.
Exactly.
But like as I said though in the rumor report though, they do got big plans for him, so we'll see.
Yeah, the Big Show.
Oh man, that's cold. That is cold, man. All right, so now the whole Raw was basically for the qualifying match for Money in the Bank, and the first one was Sami Zayn versus Sheamus. It was a good match. Sheamus looked a little slow, though.
Yeah, he did.
It looked like he couldn't keep up with Sami. It looked like there was a few times, too. He didn't even know what Sami Zayn was going to do.
Yeah.
He looked kind of lost a little bit.
I saw that, too.
Yeah. So, but overall, it was a good match. But, it's just, like I said, Sheamus looked like a step behind.
But I think that's more on Sami than it is on Sheamus, because Sheamus usually isn't like that in the ring.
Right.
And
it could be, yeah.
Sami's pretty sloppy.
Yeah. It could be. It could very well be. But Sami Zayn ended up winning, I was shocked by that, but I was glad too.
You were?
Yes, I was.
Why?
Because I did not want to see Sheamus in Money in the Bank.
He won it last year, though.
And I was pissed off then.
I think that's why they didn't want him to win, because he won it last year, and just like with the Miz, we'll get into that, but.
Yeah,
they want to promote these other guys.
Yeah, and plus he's in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So.
Yes,
and that's what I thought that this was about. And
really?
That's why I thought, all right, he's gonna lose. He's gonna promote his movie, and he'll be out for a couple weeks. But then, as we see in the next segment, Apollo Crews is with Renee, and Apollo. This is the biggest match of my life, the New Era, and Sheamus put the beat down on Apollo Crews. New Era, and he beat him down.
He did too, man. He beat him down. But I have a comment on that, which we'll discuss in a minute. But after that, then it was New Day coming out to celebrate Raw's 1200 something show. Was it 1200 or 1200 something?
1200th episode.
1200 was it? So there was another. To me, that this was a segment that needed not to happen. I'm sorry, it was ridiculous.
2 commercials, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Social Outcasts ended up jumping them from behind, and then all of a sudden we got a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, I wasn't even into this match. And I dig the Social Outcasts too, and I was glad. You know, but I was like, you know what, they could have, Social Outcast could have just beat him up a little bit more.
Exactly.
But that didn't even happen.
But what did you guys think about the cake, though? The cake.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the whole thing with the cake, they made fun of it themselves. The New Day. They said, every time we have a cake out here, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Something happens. Come on.
I mean, that was so predictable. You knew that the cake was going to get something.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. You knew. But the winners ended up being New Day. You know, that's only obvious. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I don't know where.
Nothing was developed.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, I was expecting somebody to come out.
Yeah.
Challenge. Usually
Nothing.
after a pay-per-view, you see somebody like, nah, we're going to set this up. But it didn't happen.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But now, my side note that I do have, and you guys, I want to see if you guys agree with me or not, but I would like to see Xavier Woods go on a singles run.
Absolutely. U.S. title.
Right?
Absolutely.
I think he can do it. I think he's got as a face or a heel, I'd rather see him as a heel.
He's the best out of the three.
As far as character-wise.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would like to, I'm watching him during this match, and I'm like, wow, he's actually really damn good. Yeah. And I would like to see a singles run, that would have been, I think that would be more fitting for him than the Freebirds rules thing that they're doing. So, any one of them could have the title. That's just my observation that I saw. So now we're going to go on to another qualifying match. It was The Miz versus Cesaro. But of course, The Miz, as Rick's favorite character now, felt the need to cut a promo. And, enough with the promos.
This wasn't as good as the one on Extreme Rules. I'll give you that. But Extreme Rules, rewatch it, guys. 5 stars.
Oh, dude.
This one sucks.
I don't know if I will or not, but I'm just really impressed by Cesaro, man. It was a good match. I just think I personally think he should have wrestled somebody else as a qualifying match instead of The Miz. Why?
Absolutely.
Why? Because he pinned The Miz. It's like, you got a chant. Come on.
Do it, really?
No, I'm not. I was going to do it.
Yeah, I didn't understand because, The Miz doesn't need to be in Money in the Bank.
No.
So they should have had somebody else in there.
Yeah.
Like you said. I mean, he shouldn't have even been in the picture.
No.
I don't
it was just, man. But,
and then let's talk about that. The guys that were in the Money in the Bank, out of the 5 that made it, or the 4 that made it, the 4 of them lost out of the 5.
Yeah.
On the night before.
The
only one that won was Ambrose.
Yep.
So it's like, what the hell were they thinking? You have a whole roster full of guys, and you're putting Rusev wasn't even on the show. Yeah. He's the only one that won a title.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if they wanted to throw The Miz in there like that, they should have thrown Rusev in there. But I don't know. It's just, to me, it looks like Cesaro's going to be the favorite to win Money in the Bank. That's what it looks like. I'm still going with Kevin Owens, but it looks like that was later on what happened. But either way, though, I mean, I like it looks like it's a favorite. It could be, could not be.
Cesaro needs to get rid of that shoulder tape, man.
He does. Yeah, it's enough with that. Yeah. Come on, we all know you had that injury.
But he's still
take the tape
like
off. It's not.
He's still playing it.
Yeah, he's still playing it. Jesus. So the next qualifying match was Apollo Crews versus Jericho. Now going back, Apollo just got attacked by Sheamus earlier.
Right.
I mean, he came out smiling, doing backflips. It's like, dude, you just got attacked. Even though it was a couple segments away, but I mean, come on.
That's what I had in my notes.
Show a little bit that, ouch. I got a boo-boo or something.
Usually an attack, it's almost mandatory to sell the attack.
Exactly.
When you come down the runway.
Yeah.
He did nothing.
He did nothing.
He did something.
What?
You know what it was?
What?
He didn't wear his shirt.
That's, you know what? Because it was ripped during the attack.
Exactly.
All right, good catch, Rick. Good catch.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, man. But, I mean, the match was okay. Jericho ended up winning. Yeah. But why this weird push for Jericho? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He lost it. He had the feud with Dean, and then now they're going to put him involved in the Money in the Bank? It's kind of weird.
I think the only reason why they did that is because Jericho's been there before. And Cruz is a rookie, but you also got Sami Zayn there now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't understand why they wanted Jericho to win. I always thought it was going to be Apollo Crews.
I did too. And maybe that's why they did it, because you were expecting Apollo Crews to be in this, you know. But what does that do for Apollo Crews?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it hurts him.
I think so too.
Well, I think it's going to be good for him because now they had Sheamus backstage with Renee Young, and she said, "What's your reaction?" And he just started laughing. Yeah. So, Cruz is going over on Sheamus. Yeah. So that's definitely going to give him some momentum going into whatever he has after this. But I think Cruz and Sheamus is going to be a good program. I think it's going to be a lot better than people are letting on.
Yeah, it could be. So.
Yeah, I think so. They're both power, but Cruz has got.
And Sheamus is a veteran, so I mean, I'm pretty sure he can take care of him in the ring and tell a good story.
Mm-hmm. Was that a positive thing about Sheamus?
That's the only positive thing he's ever going to get from me. Bro. No. All right, so now the return of Enzo.
Wait. Are we going to skip over the Baron Corbin interview?
Exactly.
Damn it.
No, we can't skip over that, man.
I mean, all right. You guys heard me so many times say that he needs to work on that.
Whoa. And you were talking about Big Cass being bad. I mean, I saw this, and then when Dolph Ziggler came out and was ragging on about it,
yeah,
he does. He talks like a robot.
He does.
I'm like, wow.
You're shaking your head, Rick. What happened?
What about Baron Corbin's beanie he had on?
I saw that.
Yo, this was so bad. And he's like, I did it to Dolph because I can.
Because I can.
And then this is what I don't like. Dolph Ziggler, who I love, comes out and he's just like, you can't beat me in a technical wrestling match.
Yeah.
And then Corbin says, I don't have to fight you in a technical match. I'll do what I want. And then they agree on having another technical wrestling match.
Wait. I've been there when you had done that, right?
Fourth match now, but he just said, I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But you're going to do it.
But you're going to do it, yeah.
It's like, this has to end. Come on, just make it end, please. Yeah.
I just want to call out Mauro Ronaldo. Oh. You lied to me, Mauro. You told me on SmackDown that Extreme Rules was the last match.
He did.
He did, too. Yes, I remember that.
Yes, he did. So, now can I talk about Enzo?
Okay.
All right. The return of Enzo.
Yeah, my boy.
Jesus, man. Do you think he was hyped up or what?
Oh, man. He was
God. Jesus, man. But you know what? This is what WWE needs, is a hype man like him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm dead serious. That's what he needs. Well, that's what WWE needs.
Did you notice how Big Cass was acting when Enzo went to the ring?
Yes, I noticed that. And did you hear Big Cass's promos now? Did you hear how he was talking? You didn't hear how he was talking? Like, he's talking like how he used to. He didn't sound like a robot.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't sound like this and this and that.
Big Cass got a new shirt, too. You see that?
Yeah, the G.
Certified G. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like, the way I saw it was, like, Big Cass was telling Enzo to calm down, and he kept trying to jump in.
Yeah, he did.
His line.
Yes.
And I'm like, all right, Big Cass, you got a big head. Take it down a little bit.
You know what? I think what it was I think when they were going over this, they were probably saying, all right, at this point, that's when you come in. But I just think Enzo was just so hyped. He just kept going and going. And then in Big Cass's mind, because he's still green, he was like, all right, he said that, so now I'm going to go. Okay, so now, and then he just kept going. When Enzo kept going, he's like, okay, no. Not yet. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what ended up happening, because Enzo was so hyped up and threw Big Cass off. But I did notice that. It was like 3 or 4 times Big Cass was trying to say something and he couldn't.
Well, we don't know what you're going to say, so cool.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, but with Enzo, I just laugh at his quotes he has.
Yeah.
For this one here. If I had to die for every time I got knocked down, I would have no dying. I'm just like, oh man, that's great. Yeah, it's gold.
He does. He does have some funny lines,
and he gets that crowd so into it.
God, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So the match ended up being Bubba Ray versus Big Cass. I mean, this was okay. Could have been better,
Yeah.
But it just looked like they were short on time. It just looked like they were rushing because they were like, oh, we got another segment, so hurry this match up. Because in the beginning it was just basically to show Big Enzo, to show Enzo that he's back and let him do his little shtick.
3 minutes I got
Really?
on that match.
Wow. So that was short.
Did you see how Enzo ate the floor though when he won? Like
yes.
He just got a concussion.
I know. I said the same thing because he was holding his mouth. I'm like, oh come on. Well, see you later, Enzo. Yeah, that was a little scary. But yeah, it was a little short. Not my typical match. Big Cass ended up winning. Hey, I'll take it.
I wrote in my notes. I thought this is hilarious. I'm looking at Big Cass and I'm like, Big Cass looks like a female volleyball player.
Oh, man, that's wrong. Dude, that is wrong. I've always said he looked like Edge, but he went with a female volleyball player. My God.
You can't teach that.
You can't. No, you can't. You cannot teach that. All right, the segment for the night, Charlotte. She comes out with her dad and Dana Brooks. I'm sorry, I'm loving Charlotte's promos. Come on.
Yeah.
You gotta give her credit, man. Them promos she does. Wow.
Yeah, they are really gonna hit her now. So.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, because she ended up kicking her own father out.
Yeah. You're
dead to me.
Yeah.
Ric Flair crying and this and that.
Ric Flair is good at that.
Yeah, he is. He's such a good actor.
What Charlotte isn't good at is handling that crowd. You don't tell the crowd, if you say what one more time, of course they're going to say it.
But that's a heat thing, too.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a heel, if the crowd says something to you, you tell them not to do it so that way they can keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so like when I was doing the whole Deliverance gimmick, you know, when I was doing the whole Jailhouse gimmick, wrestling, the crowd always kept chanting "soap on a rope, soap on a rope," and I would yeah, that's funny. So you know, so I would look at them and I said, "I want to hear that crowd. Stop chanting that. It's not true." And then they just chant it even louder and more, you know. And it's a heel thing, you know. That's how you get the crowd involved in your match. And Charlotte was good at it. Mm-hmm. She did really good, and she ended up booting Ric Flair out. Dana Brooke looked a little lost.
Why is she there?
That's what I was just about to ask. Why is she there? Why is she telling Charlotte now? Just weird.
New groupie or something?
It could be.
I don't know.
It could be. I mean, I really like Dana Brooke, but is she going to be tailing her now? I mean, come on. I don't know. I don't even know who her next opponent's going to be.
Well, Dana Brooke is going to fight Natalya, I think.
And that's what it looks like. Yeah.
And maybe Becky will move up to Charlotte. Or something like that.
Yeah.
They'll have a couple of tag matches, and then
and then we'll see. But again, like I mentioned earlier on my rumor update about the Money in the Bank for the women's.
You see how the announce team during that whole promo with Charlotte, how they were trying to sell it, and they were so serious.
Yeah,
like JB even said in a serious voice, "This is absolutely disgusting." JBL said that.
But you know what? That's what I'm talking about with this whole commentary team.
Yeah.
You know, JBL, you're supposed to be a heel commentator. Why did you? That's not a comment a heel commentator would make.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jerry the King Lawler,
Exactly.
he would have been all over that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say get rid of that freaking announce team. I'm tired of it. You know?
I believe on SmackDown he was.
Who, Jerry?
Yeah, did he? Well, I know Miguel will cover this, but I believe he did say something.
Excuse me, Mr. Joe.
Uh-oh.
You have your segment. I have my
Sorry, Miguel. We won't get into SmackDown.
Jeez. Well,
Don't
he
let
did
it happen again.
He's getting out of you, man. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, and hopefully it's something good. All right, so now it's the next qualifier is Dean versus Ziggler. I was a little thrown off by this because it just didn't look like there was any chemistry there.
Let me just say this. I don't know if it was because we did the live show and everything, but I was exhausted, and I found myself asleep during this match.
Really?
And I woke up when the main event was almost over.
Oh my God.
This match literally
you
put me to sleep.
But what I have on my notes is that there was just no chemistry there.
Yeah.
There really wasn't. And maybe it's because of the way Dean is. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The crowd was very quiet. crowd was not into it at all. Not into it at all. I mean, the winner ended up being Dean, so he qualifies for Money in the Bank. Do we need to go any further?
No.
I mean, I don't have nothing. It was garbage.
I have nothing. I was sleeping.
I'm sorry. It was just garbage. It really was. I mean, now, Money in the Bank qualifier, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. Man, my favorite match. You want to talk about match of the year? I think this is close.
Yep.
This is a close one. This is something they need to look at. But AJ comes out, cuts a promo, talking about his match and blaming the Usos, and he was even blaming Gallows and Anderson about it, saying that if it wasn't for them, he would have been champion. Gallows and Anderson ended up coming out and looking at him like, yo, what are you talking about? This and that. Hey, AJ's like, you go your way, I'll go my way. We'll put it that way. And I was a little shocked they didn't attack him.
Yeah, me too.
I was waiting for it. I was like, all right, you going to hit him or what?
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. A lot of back and forth, but that was it. They walked out. So the club and AJ are no longer. I mean,
That's it.
that's it. I mean, there's nothing more we can say on it. So the match, I really enjoyed this match, man. Kevin is such a good heel. He knows how to work the crowd. A lot of back and forth. Now, what's Kevin's obsession with Michael Cole?
He sucks, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Did you? I mean, come on. He said straight up. I mean, shut up, Cole. I can hear you from here.
Wait, I mean, no offense, Miguel, but wait till you see SmackDown.
Oh my God! It's like
When
what
he
the
did that
hell?
SmackDown was funny.
Oh my God! It was hysterical. So, but what about that move from Owens when he leaped to the top rope and did that moonsault?
Oh my God.
Even though he didn't land it, but that was impressive.
I got it right here. I
Do you?
love the moonsault.
That was impressive. I'm sorry. That was really impressive. Freaking what? And then the 450 splash by AJ.
Yeah.
What?
That match has some great chemistry. They did.
It did.
It did.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying about the whole, with Dean and who did he fight? Ziggler. Yeah. There was no chemistry. And you look at this match, it was a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that they can do. The crowd was chanting, this is awesome. It was the only thing I was confused about was just the clean pin by Kevin Owens.
Well,
that-
I liked it
Yeah.
because now you're going to see AJ's going to be like slumping and stuff like that because now he doesn't have the club. They'll have a whole thing with him in the club and
But-
they'll build it up into something bigger.
But think about it this way, man. He hasn't won a major one in a while. The
That's
last
true.
two pay-per-views, he's lost. This, to me, WrestleMania, he lost. To me, this one is a major thing because it's a qualifier match to go into the Money in the Bank, and he
No, that's
lost. I mean, how many times are you going to lose?
Yeah.
I
and
reported it earlier that he's supposed to get a big push. This don't look like a big push to me.
And that's why I was like so upset. Like I texted you before Raw, like when Raw was on, I was like, what's going on with these qualifier matches? Why are you putting KO versus AJ and Dolph versus Ambrose?
Yep.
Like you're screwing these guys out of matches now.
Absolutely.
So now Ziggler's gonna go fight Baron Corbin for the umpteenth time, and now AJ is gonna go to SmackDown.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want AJ in SmackDown. I
No,
really
he shouldn't
don't.
be.
I really don't. He needs to stay in Raw.
Absolutely,
He really
I
does.
agree.
But I think this was probably one of the best matches on Raw.
Yeah.
In a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Very long time.
Definitely.
I mean, it was really good. It's just like I said, I was just shocked about the clean pin. You know what I'm saying? I definitely thought Anderson and Gallows were going to interfere
That's
for
what I
sure.
thought. Mm-hmm.
And nothing at all. I was just really shocked by it. So
Yeah.
I thought
Go ahead, Rick.
before the club and AJ broke up, I was thinking the club will be out there and then the Wyatts will screw AJ or something like that.
oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. And
No.
you know what? KO and AJ, this is the third time they fought, and every single time they fought, it's been at this level.
Yeah. Yep.
So these two guys, this is the future right now.
Yeah.
I know AJ's creeping up there in age, but you know what?
Yeah.
They gotta center these two guys, and they just
yeah.
made a huge mistake in booking AJ in this match.
I agree with you. This is something that could have been at a pay-per-view. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It could have been at a pay-per-view, and it would have stole the show. And actually, I think at a pay-per-view, they would have done a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely would have stole the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on the Kevin Owens train, and I'm telling you, he's probably one of the best heels out there right now.
Definitely.
You know?
You're not going to believe who else is on the Kevin Owens train now.
Who?
My fiance does.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She's like, I like him now because he's a nice guy in real life. I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny.
She couldn't stand him before. Now she
Really?
likes
And
him.
then now she likes it?
Yeah.
Jeez. So, all right. Is Miguel there?
Oh, yes, I'm here, Mr. Tony.
All right. Let's start wrapping it up with you. What do you got for us?
Okay, so what we have this Sunday, we have the SmackDown Breakdown.
Sweet.
And it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on our Facebook page, so check it out at Wrestling POV Podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. It was a good show. And like Mr. Joe said, there's some funny moments. Kevin Owens is a funny guy. He should have his own comedy show instead of Dolph Ziggler. Hey, lay off with Dolph Ziggler, please. You know what? You tease me about Ryback all this time. You know what? Ryback's not even there anymore. You know what, Mr. Rick? Take that back. You better stop it already, okay? Alright, Miguel.
He's hyped.
Just do what you gotta do, Miguel. Okay, yeah, so SmackDown Breakdown this Sunday. Check it out, people.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So that wraps up the show for today. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with
The Iceman JoJo.
and the third wheel
Rick Serrano, Flipper,
and our intern.
Miguel Cole, adios!
All right. Love, peace, and hair grease. We'll see you next week. We got a special announcement. Stay tuned.